Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Cam, man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vickers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code Mase, Cam, or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Killa, what's good, man?
Hey, shit, man. How you doing today? You good?
Yeah, man.
That's what's
beautiful
up.
Day.
See what's trending yesterday?
What was trending?
The show he's #1 in the world. Dead ass.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, me neither, man. You know, we's not like, so you know you got everything. And when you say #1 in the world, Stats sent it to me actually, like, you got a lot going on. So our prayers go out to them people out there with the LA fires, definitely. You don't know if a nigga want to watch shark attacks, street fights, bitches twerking. Yeah, so we's the #1 trending video in the world. And the joint with Talk with Flea with Elliot was #4. Yeah, it was good a couple of days back. They miss niggas, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they miss niggas, man.
Facts. Super dope. But also,
you see the Elliot shit though?
Yeah, when you called him a sloppy.
That nigga wouldn't give me no room to fire, man. Me and Stat was trying. That nigga was ducking everything. He said, no. The Stat tried to get on him too. Me and Stat was on that nigga ass, pause. That nigga said, nope, I was wrong. But nah, it turned out really good. Shout out to Elliot for even being brave enough to do this shit, because, you know, he put himself in a dangerous situation coming up here to debate. But I'm proud he had the courage to do it, and it actually turned out to a really, really good interview.
And shout out to Elliot Wilson. He's a, super professional. I know over the years people try to take shots at one of the legends. So shout out to you, Elliot.
yeah. And then regarding our return show, we definitely got over 1 million views in 24 hours. So if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We thank y'all for supporting and watching our show.
We got 30,000 subscribers in one day after the new joint.
Crazy.
Right.
That's dope.
Joint, yeah.
So yeah.
I might bring my popcorn back out for everyone watching.
Yeah, man. So thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, man. And like I said, that's a lot of followers for one day. I mean, subscribers for one day. So we appreciate you. I think Nick told me before we started filming this morning, it jumped to like 50,000. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and we appreciate you guys.
Yeah, definitely appreciate y'all. Okay.
So are y'all thinking we need to go crazy more often?
The crazy's finding us. I don't even think we're going to find the crazy.
I think me personally is that we started the show just being us, and we still being us. And then when it turns out to be a situation that not I don't want to use the word confrontation, but like, it isn't like we haven't had banter with different people throughout the year and a half that we've been doing this. And it's just, it is what it is, to where people like that shit. Do I like it all the time necessarily? No, but I'm not avoiding it neither. But at the end of the day, people like that shit. And and I'm not bringing this up to stir shit up. It's like, even like with Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he go crazy and then we give our real expert opinion as sports analysts, we ain't do nothing. But what I realized is during the last year is that you may have ESPN say something or Fox say something or whatever, but I think when me, Mase, Stat say something, it hurts more, because I don't know, niggas like, y'all was my niggas, but we got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's never ever personal for me. It's just business. And if we see something sports related, if somebody's not playing good or somebody's playing great, we're going to give them the praise. It's even like, I think we talked about we did at the end of the show yesterday, when everybody like, yeah, Cam, how you feel? Jello got that record deal, nigga. And I'm like, who said he can rap? I said, the nigga don't know how to play basketball, no. I didn't know he could rap. I didn't say he could rap or not, but niggas like, yeah, now what? He still can't play basketball.
But would you jump on his remix? Would you jump on his remix?
That sounded a little crazy, but I'm going to let it go. He got. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking. I don't know about that one. You know me, nigga like me. It's good. You got one. You got one. You gotta give me. You gotta do a couple more. You know what's crazy about when you just said that? I was on the way to work today, listening to some of your music and shit. And I was listening to niggas that started something, and you was like, often I bug and bust off in a thug. Bring your crew in them, I'm doing them. Yo.
Where's my phone when I need it? Oh, you back to that. You back to that. He ain't learned nothing yet.
Yo, that song is hard, boy. I know pause. I'm like, I call my substance and often I bug. And I know the lyrics are like, often I bug. And what the fuck is Murder talking about? Bring your crew in them, I'm doing them. Tough verse, though. Tough verse.
Guess we'll move along from that. No comment. Okay, so we're actually going to start with Jayson Tatum today. So Brandon Jennings said, Jayson Tatum is the softest superstar in Celtics history. He said, if you're so tough, why didn't you get MVP last year? So in response, Jayson Tatum said, surprise, no, I think it comes with being one of the best players in the league. And the more you accomplish, the more it gives people the opportunity to nitpick at things. If I wasn't who I was or at certain status, people would probably not talk about me as much. But you know, I'm not the first superstar in league history to deal with this. It comes with it. So Mase, do you think Jayson Tatum is the softest superstar in Celtics history?
First, I would have to acknowledge who were the superstars. Paul Pierce. Before him, I think it was Antonio. What was it? That blew the 100 million. Antoine Walker. Then you're looking at Larry Bird, Mikal, Reggie Lewis.
God bless the dead.
God bless the dead. Yeah.
Dennis
Johnson.
Bill.
I hate to say it. He might be. And that's sad to say because Tatum, I was going through the list. I wasn't trying to take a shot at you. But nigga, you might be the softest superstar on the Celtics, but at least you're a superstar. You got the girl, you got the money, you got a beautiful family. But, you know, when it comes to toughness, he may be, according to Brandon Jennings. But I don't think he was tougher than Bird. I don't think, remember Bird got knocked out and got up and still played the game, Killa?
Bird is tough, bro.
You remember Mikal when he was fighting and then he played? I remember Dennis Johnson was holding on somebody's leg. Pause.
They didn't even bring up Robert Parrish.
Yeah, Robert Parrish.
I don't consider him a superstar, but he's a part of it.
Yeah, but when you think about the superstars, Bill Russell. But do you think he was? I wouldn't put him. I ain't even gonna say this guy's name because it would be very controversial. But because it's me, I'm gonna say it. Bill Walton. It's even him or Bill Walton, and I think Bill Walton was tougher than that.
I don't think Bill Walton was an NBA superstar. I think he was a college superstar. I think Bill Walton gets a lot of credit because he won on back-to-back championships in college, and then he was pretty much under Bird wing, and people loved him from college. But I don't think his NBA career panned out to me thinking he's a superstar, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not following Brandon Jennings' trail on this because it's really gaslighting. So. But if you had to go through the list, I would say he's probably not the softest, the smoothest. Let's pause. Let's just say he's the smoothest superstar.
So that was from I'm just thinking about his take. Because it's like, was Brandon ever a superstar? He was good, but was he a superstar?
He was an all-star.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. You're a good player, you're an all-star, and you're a superstar. So, was he a superstar? And sometimes, if you ain't a superstar, don't talk to me about superstardom.
Stuff, yeah.
It's like, you're not even in the, okay, cool, I'm the softest superstar, but you're not, have you ever been a superstar?
Have you ever reached that realm?
Yeah, so, look, I think because Jayson Tatum is light-skinned, he got the nice little frizz or whatever.
Say what you said before, baby hair.
Yeah, it seemed baby hairs. I'm not going to sit there and act like he got his joints brushed down or anything, but
Eco-styler.
yeah, but I just think at the end of the day, it sounds like hate because it's coming from somebody who's not a superstar. But I don't know. This is real. I'm really conflicted with this answer, with this question and answer.
Yeah.
Is they mad because he light skinned and he's 6'8" and he's an NBA champion? He didn't win the MVP.
And he's probably better looking than Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, maybe so. This sound like that nigga.
I mean, yeah, we're used to that. When you're a smooth nigga, pause, and you look better than niggas.
Yeah, we just had to
bring your name up.
Yeah, we just talked about this before the vacation when the dude from ESPN talking about Jalen Hurts get good look benefits. And it sounds
pretty privilege, yeah.
Yeah.
He said Jalen Hurts had pretty privilege.
Pretty privilege. This sounds like that type of room.
Yeah.
That this is coming from. It sounds like maybe Brandon Jennings might be around somebody who likes Jayson Tatum, female related, and like, I got the softest superstar in NBA history, in Celtic in NBA history. That's what it sounds like. Look, I like Jayson Tatum's game. Do I think that Jaylen Brown deserved everything that he got last year? Absolutely. He played his ass off. But look, it takes that some time to win a championship because me and Murder was going back and forth about it last year, who's one and who's two as far as Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum. Last year, for them to finally get over the hump, it took Jaylen Brown being the leading scorer or the go-to person, so to speak, for them to get over the hump, my personal opinion. But did that make Dwayne Wade any less good as he was because him and LeBron had to figure that out as well to hit their first year? So, I don't know, man. I just think that somebody he like Jayson Tatum.
Yeah. And why do people always think if you're good looking, you got to be soft? You'll never hear somebody say, you the ugliest tough nigga I know.
Yeah. This is true. Yeah, because like you know, that's a great point. Because niggas be walking around with nappy hair and dirty shit, and then they make this face. Somebody supposed to be scared. Like, yo. Because to be honest with you, to me, just Cam's opinion, and everybody goes through situations in life, ups, downs, left, rights, turns, circles, or whatever. But me personally, growing up, my back was against the wall. I had to do what I had to do. And some things I won't tell you what I had to do, but I'm not sitting here and can't afford a haircut or can't afford to change my clothes or whatever. Now, as an older person, I wouldn't do half the dumb shit I did when I was young, but if you so tough, go get some money, nigga. Go figure it out. I hate that. You know what irks me the worst murder is when you at the light and a nigga walk across your car looking at you like they could beat the car up. I hate that shit. Yeah. I'll run you the fuck over right now, man. You gonna beat the car up, nigga? So, yeah, I don't like that shit.
Yeah, all great points, and I have to agree with both of y'all. I don't know. I just feel like Jayson Tatum by default just keeps getting disrespected. I'm like, he still has more to prove. We know that, and I know the whole MVP conversation, even though he did outplay Jaylen Brown. But hey, I don't know. I just feel like it's hate.
It wasn't just one game why he got the trophy, but I understand.
Yeah, just like the concept around Jayson Tatum. I'm just like, I just feel like he's just continually disrespected, and I understand his point of like, as you get better, people are going to continue to talk about you, but just saying like y'all said, oh, you're the softest superstar in Celtics. Like, you know how you like make new stats to make the point that you're saying sound better?
Right.
That's what that sounds like, because it's like,
yeah,
you're not saying he's the softest superstar, you're saying in Celtics history. Like, it just,
And he's a champion, and Brandon Jennings isn't. So it's like there go two things why we shouldn't be talking. I'm a champ. I'm not gonna say Titletown now. You almost caught me. You're not from Titletown still, Tatum, but you do have a ring.
Yeah.
Brandon Jennings does not. He shouldn't be talking to champs like that. This is what we got to stop doing. We got to stop letting people who have not won on that level talk to people who've won on that level. You just got to watch your mouth.
I think Jayson Tatum should be entitled to him. He won an Olympic drink too. He's Olympian champion. It's 2 titles. It's 2 titles.
He wasn't on the floor though. I'm hating on you, nigga. I'm hating on you. Nah, let me stop.
Definitely wasn't giving my nigga no run.
Yeah, fair point. I mean,
No, if you win, Tatum, listen to me. I'm going on the record. If you win another one this year or anywhere in the near future, you will be in Titletown, but you got to win more than one. I'm standing on that.
Yeah, stand on what you said, and you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next person we're going to talk about is actually Jimmy Butler. So he's set to return to the Heat January 17th after being suspended. So earlier in the month, the Heat released a statement saying, "We have suspended Jimmy Butler for 7 games for multiple instances of conduct detrimental to the team over the course of the season, and particularly the last several weeks. Through his actions and statements, he has shown he no longer wants to be part of this team. Jimmy Butler and his representative have indicated that they wish to be traded. Therefore, we will listen to offers." So now that there is final confirmation that Jimmy does not want to be with the Heat, what do you think should happen, Mase? And then do you think that the suspension is fair?
Yeah, here's where I get serious, When you talk about Jimmy Butler, who has been a stellar performer, when it comes to the Miami Heat, I'm really just, like Killa used the word conflicted. I'm a borrow that word. I could see him being conflicted because this guy has done so much for the organization, but he still hasn't won that championship or been able to get them to the place where they can have a ring ceremony. And he requires so much. And it's hard to compensate people, or take care of people when their demands are higher than their output. Even though you keep doing great games, you keep having great seasons, but we don't get what we're actually here for, and that's a championship. And when he started making a claim that that he really wants out of Miami, that becomes a terrific thing for Miami Heat fans, because there's a lot of people on the West Coast that need to be in Miami that want to play for that team. And with them getting suspended constantly, the only thing I could think about to give him a break is that he is going through some child support things that keep coming up on the air. And when you got a woman trying to get $55,000 and $60,000 a month for child support, I gotta cut him some slack.
And could you repeat the actual question, Stat?
Yeah, so basically, do you feel like Jimmy Butler's suspension is fair? And then what do you see happening now, knowing this information?
How much Jimmy Butler make a year on his contract, Stat? Because, listen, I get what Mase is saying 100%. That's a lot.
$55,000 a month.
Yeah, but if you make $40 million a year, it's only like $500,000.
You're right.
I ain't trying to get him no more. I ain't trying to pay no more.
They probably want 60, 65.
Yeah, but on the basketball note, look, this is the problem with Jimmy Butler. He had a problem when he's leaving Minnesota. When he got to the Sixers, it seemed like it was a headache trying to renegotiate his contract. That's why he ended up in Miami. And that's why I love when we had Antonio Brown up here, because it seems like he's a headache and hard to deal with. But when you sat down and talked with Antonio Brown and he gave you his point of view, you was like, okay, oh, well, yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. We didn't get, they try to paint you to look crazy. And then when you talk to the person they trying to paint to look crazy, they have a great point of view actually after you get their great point of view. So it just seems like Jimmy Butler is hard to deal with, because from organization to organization, it doesn't end well. And right now he's 35 years old, if I'm not mistaken. And, niggas is like, go ahead and take Jimmy Butler. Because next year I think he got a $52 million option for him. And he's saying, I won't even pick it up. I don't want to be here. but you got to know who you're dealing with. You're dealing with Pat Riley. Pat Riley's not going to give you pause what you want. He's one of them niggas just so pure principle, nigga. You'll stay here every day that you got to stay here, and we'll figure it out as an organization moving along. You got to think Pat Riley's a champion as a player. He's a champion as a coach. He's a champion as a GM. He's won on every level of basketball. Not only every level of basketball, he's been doing it for 6 decades of winning. He won the 70s. He won the 80s. They won the 2000s. He won the 2010s. He's a winner for decades on every level, and he doesn't care. This whole suspension situation started because Jimmy talking about he wanted to trade. It isn't like he got suspended from the NBA. The Heat suspended him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's correct.
For being detrimental shit to the team. So Pat ain't having it, and Pat off pure principle will make you sit there as long as you want. Jimmy Butler wants to go to Phoenix. I don't think that Miami wants Bradley Beal because Bradley Beal has a big contract. They don't want to pick that contract up. So and Bradley Beal is one or two players in the NBA, him and LeBron James, with a no trade clause. So even if they wanted to trade Bradley Beal anyway, Phoenix talking about Bradley Beal has to okay. You can't, and whoever his agent is was very, very smart. You just can't ship him to Toronto. You just can't ship him to wherever you want to ship him. He has to okay it. But being that Jimmy Butler wants to go with Phoenix, Pat Riley and make it that be the last place that you go is Phoenix. So.
Yeah, I think when it comes even also to Jimmy Butler, something really had to happen for you to want out of Miami. That's one of those dream locations for any basketball player. LA, New York, Miami. So when somebody is begging to get out of Miami, I definitely want to know what happened.
There's probably a bunch of things behind the scene that we don't know about, but me personally, I think it started last season, at the end of the season, when Pat Riley started calling niggas out. Because Jimmy Butler was on Instagram and doing something else, and something was going on. He's making basketball comments, and the Heat got eliminated, and Pat Riley did the exit conversation for media. Thank you. And he was like, they're like, well, Jimmy Butler said this, and Pat Riley said, well, I don't think nobody who ain't on the court should be saying nothing. They should shut up. And I think niggas is a little emotional behind shit like that. And then they probably dragged into this year, and we are with these two people. So we'll see how it works out. But I know Pat Riley, he not going to budge. You're going to have to get something really good in return for him to even trade Jimmy Butler. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, they're definitely butting heads a lot, but the whole situation's just unfortunate because, y'all know I'm a Heat fan. I don't want to see Jimmy Butler go, and it's like the fact that he wants out of this organization is already just a bad look in general because it's like you have Jimmy Butler. He's one of the main players on the team, if that's an argument in itself. Tyler Hero has been obviously picking up, playing better, but it's just like for him to say, like, I don't even want to be here anymore. That's crazy.
Stat, what happened to Triple J? Just side note.
He's like a second option now. He's still there.
He's
still there. I still support him, He's doing his thing.
Killa.
I think everybody's going to talk more about their team when they're playing well. We're 7th right now, which is pretty good considering the circumstances. But, you never know till playoff time. That's why I want playoff Jimmy. But they
PB and J.
Yeah. So
real quick, you guys just switch up on your team so crazy. Like it just be so wild. I just wanted to ask you. I know we're talking about basketball, but real quick, I wanted to ask that a question before we move on.
Okay.
Do you think that Pittsburgh should get rid of Mike Tomlin?
No.
No. Because I spoke to your father yesterday.
Oh gosh.
And your father said, "I figured out Mike Tomlin got to go. We'll trade him."
I have to talk to him. That conversation.
Your father said, he said, "Nah, me and the Pittsburgh Steelers group, we said it's Mike Tomlin. He got to go. We'll trade him right now for 3 first-round picks." That's his exact words. I said, "You wild, disrespectful, Mr. Wilson." He said, "Yeah." He said, "We'll trade him right now. 3 first-round picks, man." I said, that's not fair. You had a Ben Roethlisberger that should have retired 2 or 3 years earlier than he retired. Then you had Mitchell Trubisky. I can't even think of the other 2 quarterbacks' names that was there until Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah. Who are these people? This
Mason Rudolph's off the Titans out.
What I'm saying, I know who they are, but what I'm saying is this is what Mike Tomlin had to be working with. Y'all niggas giving the nigga bologna and want steak sandwiches and all this shit. So I think he's done an exceptional job. He's not the GM, but what he had to work, he did with. Papa, that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up that you would trade Mike Tomlin for 3 first-round draft picks. Stat doesn't agree with you. That's what I was trying to see. Is this a whole thing? But you really, Pop? That's fucked up. And then you know what's crazy about murder, about people who so dedicated to their team, like fanatics for their team, be wild. This is the second time I spoke to him since the Steelers been eliminated. So I spoke to him the day after the Steelers got eliminated, and I said, hey, what's going on, man? He said, nothing, get ready for next season. Y'all
Too fast.
Y'all lost 6 hours ago, nigga. These niggas be bugging. But I was just wondering if you felt the same. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Me and my dad had to have a business meeting, but he's a little stressed, and it's okay, I understand. But yeah, this situation with Jimmy Butler is sad. I'm hoping that they can figure it out because I just feel like it's just not a good look. So hopefully they can meet each other halfway. So moving along, back on December 27th, the Sacramento Kings parted ways with head coach Mike Brown and they hired Doug Christie. As of December 30th, the Kings were on a 7-game winning streak until losing to the Bucks last night. So basically the tea with this situation is that the GM never spoke about the firing of the head coach until recently. Got a little bit of a long quote, but I'm going to read it so you guys know what he said. He said, I would say first how much we appreciate Mike and everything that he did for this organization and for breaking the playoff drought. I have the utmost respect for him, and obviously it was a tough decision when that time came. But at the same time, now Doug is the interim head coach, and it's our job to continue to support him and get him the support he needs for those players. And for him, he brings what he brings to the table, and he's got to be himself. And right now, I think the guys are really responding to that. So Mase, going to ask you first, do you feel like Mike Brown's firing was valid? And then how do you feel about the GM taking so long to basically respond to the firing of him?
As the GM, let's start with the GM because all change comes from the top, Paul. So when you're thinking of a GM and he decides that he wants to address this year in the middle of the playoffs, it's his role to actually address it whenever he desires to address it. Sometimes it's not the opportune time to address things, and that's just a style of his leadership. And when I think of when he's talking about Doug Christie, right? Doug Christie is a former player of the Sacramento Kings, so he comes with a lot of fanfare and people loving him because he was one of the fan favorites of the team. And when you think of him coaching that team, I could see how he would rally that team. He's more like a player's coach, or however you say that. And definitely he's going to get a better outcome than Mike Brown with that team. I think Mike Brown was one of those old school kind of coaches that demanded certain things, but he lost the communication between him and his superstar. A lot of times then when you see a coach exiting, that's why he's exiting, because he lost the ear of the superstar. It's going to be hard to coach a team if you lose the ear of the superstar. Sometimes you got great chemistry and camaraderie and communication with everybody else, but people begin to follow the superstar. And when you got that locker room divided, it's going to be hard to win because people just won't play for you. You know, when it's time to win games, it's easy to win when the players want to play for that coach. And you could see that they lost that 2 seasons ago. It seemed like the Kings were going to be the team that start rising out of the West. It looked like they were right there with Golden State. They needed one more piece to beat Golden State, and now it doesn't seem like they're nowhere near being that dominant team in the West. So he had to go. And I think he was doing pretty good with the Lakers and different things like that. But Sacramento, he lost the locker room. Still a great coach, just lost the locker room.
Mike Brown. Mike Brown is probably the most paid head coach that don't even be coaching.
What do you mean not coaching?
That nigga gets paid like low. First of all, he's at Cleveland, right? They fire him at Cleveland, but they still got to pay him what's on his contract. So he goes coach the Lakers. While he's coaching the Lakers, he gets paid from Cleveland. While he's coaching the Lakers, he gets fired from the Lakers and becomes the assistant coach with Golden State. But the Lakers still have to pay him. So now,
So
now
he was getting two checks. Cleveland and the Lakers.
Cleveland and the Lakers. And then, let me make sure that I'm right, but I remember this. He was getting 2 checks from Cleveland and the Lakers. And he was the assistant coach under Steve Kerr at Golden State. So now you're getting paid for being an assistant coach at Golden State while you still getting a check from Cleveland and the Lakers. So I'm like, Mike, like, niggas won't get, all right, fuck it.
5
Yeah, niggas acting crazy. As long as niggas pay me. So I think you made a great, I only have too much to say about what you just said because you hit the nail on the head. Pause when you sit there and say it looked like Sacramento was like right there. The year before last, I believe, when they kept hitting the
you go ping.
And Steph Curry got mad and said he went there, go ahead, hit that shit now. But it looked like okay, they took Golden State to 7 games. Next year they should come back looking good, and the season wasn't the season that they expected last year. And I think that they got off to a funky start this year, and they're saying let's try and nip this in the bud early. Like right now, Mike Brown is on a 3-year deal with Sacramento. They fired him, so he's going to be getting paid again.
For how many more years?
1 more year.
Oh yeah, he's still getting paid.
Yeah, but that's the point, nigga. This nigga get paid without having to do the work. As far as Doug Christie's concerned, I wouldn't hire Doug Christie to do nothing for me ever. Doug Christie couldn't sweep my floor. Ever, my nigga. I would never hire Doug Christie.
Why not?
To do anything. The reason I wouldn't hire Doug Christie to do anything is because I watched this that special that Brian Gunn will be doing on HBO and shit. Inside Sport. Is that the name of it? Real Sports. And there was an episode on Real Sports, and this was years ago, and I wanted to check to see if he's still married before I do this. And he is. And Jackie Christie runs his life to the point where he was playing with the Sacramento Kings. When he out on the bench, he wasn't allowed to look up because she said she didn't want him to catch the eye of a cheerleader or somebody in the crowd. And you see this on tape because they did a whole special on it to where he sits down on the bench after he gets subbed out and have to do this till he gets subbed back in. I know that's when he got cut from the Sacramento Kings after that documentary came out. Like, you're not even paying attention to the game to see what's going on, to be aware to where your wife runs your life to where she, not only that, he can't look up when he was coach. How the fuck you gonna coach if you can't look up? Like, she really told the nigga he couldn't look up. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm 100% telling you verbatim what happened. Not only that, she has to go everywhere. Every away game, she has to be there because she doesn't trust any woman around him anywhere, and he's cool with all this shit. Seen a nigga with tights on and shit, with spandex with some shit.
You over it.
I'm supportive of loving your woman and all that, but not to where she runs your life till you're not allowed to look up. That's what I'm saying. Like, me and my bitches look at asses together. If my girl don't like, not saying my girl don't like is a lesbian or anything, but we looking for, like, Larry, I'd see Larry with his wife out, and then he'll be like, and shout out to Maribel, because Larry's wife is like, I love her to death. That's my sister. But I see Larry's wife, like, hey, look at that fat ass. She's like, yeah, it's kind of nice. It's okay. That's the vibes. Right or wrong, right? Yeah. That's
as far as you could go, though, right?
Yeah, that's that's definitely as far as you could go.
Larry trying to push the envelope.
That's definitely as far as you can go. And I'm going to make sure, Maribel, that's as far as he goes.
She said, don't let Killa get you killed, nigga. You up there what it is. Yeah. Watch your mouth.
But listen, that's why females these days are super popular, because it's not frowned upon to look at other females like, oh, she's banging. From female to female and be like, oh, she looks good. Her body's nice. And this, that, third. So let me ask you as a female, would you look at a female and be like, oh, she's fine?
I mean,
Not that you want her.
yeah. No, like we do that all the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's
The
not
older
even
women be hating on
Yes,
each other.
that's what I'm saying.
They'll say it, but they don't really want to say
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this though: would you be mad if you was with your nigga and he be like, "What you thinking of, babe? She's all right."
Not really. I'm not like I don't overthink it. I'm not insecure.
Yeah, that's
like
what
if she looks good, we'd be like, dang, she look good, and we gonna keep going. Like that's
Yes.
What if he like
That's what
double
I'm saying.
take though?
Nah, watch your eyes. Don't do too much.
Yeah.
Don't do too much.
See, but see, that's a good question, brother. But that's why when you have. That's why don't do the double take and you let her know before the double take. Yo, shit crazy, right? Cause listen, let me tell you, niggas, we stupid. We be so obvious that a girl walk in the room and look good, you with your girl, you start doing this shit. And you looking over here on purpose. So niggas like, oh, you like her because you're forcing yourself to try to look away. But anyway, I wouldn't hide Doug. I don't know if he changed anything. This was years ago, but he's still married to her and she's intense. I don't know if y'all watched that Basketball Wives shit.
Basketball Wives,
That was the same lady on Real Sports, for real. So
When he used to score, he used to do something.
oh yeah, you seen that shit I see too. Every time he score, he got to give her a kiss.
Yeah.
No matter where she at.
Nah.
I'm dead serious, bro.
That's
nah,
too-
it's a fact. He got to find
He's
her.
supposed to be glorifying God. He
Yeah,
giving her
yeah,
the
he
glory.
doing this. Every time he score, he do one of this, a kiss up. But like you said, niggas thought it was God until the documentary came out. It wasn't God. The kiss was for his wife. Yo, you right. I remember that part too, yo. Yeah, nah, they can't work with me.
You know what it sound like when you talking about Doug Christie? It sound like he was like caught probably 100 times cheating. That's what it sounds like as a married dude. It sounds like he was caught so many times that she said, "Nigga, when I see you, you better be looking down, nigga. You're not I don't have no more times for this."
They do a wedding every year.
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the other thing.
Yeah.
They do a wedding every year.
Yeah.
They renew their vows every year in front of everybody.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that nigga was cheating. I'm
yeah,
telling
like,
you.
They've been married since
Pause.
'96.
yeah.
N-
Yeah,
Nah.
yeah, might not got a prenup.
Man, yeah.
But
No,
it
but I'm saying that those actions, how the young niggas say, is giving cheating. It's just giving. That's what it's giving, right?
yeah,
Is that did I say it right,
It's
Stat?
giving cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely giving. It's,
But my
it's
thing is-
it's definitely giving a pass to cheating.
my thing is this.
Probably not present day.
Yeah, and you could be right, but my thing is this: I'm not gonna be a prisoner. Even you knew I cheated, man. You knew what
Either
happened.
you forgive
Forgive
me
me,
or not.
yeah. Did you forgive me or you don't? Now,
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna do this for 2 years. I'm gonna do this 2-3 years. I get it. I'm not trusting, but god damn, man. Word. I was
I
dealing
can
with
agree with you on that,
yeah,
Killa.
I was dealing with a girl at one point, and she thought I cheated, and I didn't consider it cheating. you know what I'm saying?
What did you do?
Yo, Killa is like, what was that? Married with Children? Al Bundy.
Yeah.
I didn't consider it cheating.
I didn't consider it cheating because we had rules, and the rules was one of our rules was like, as long as you don't wife him or love him, and I don't wife or love her. So, what's the problem? And she kept bringing shit up, and I was like, I followed your rules.
Yeah.
I didn't say I didn't bone anybody else, but they're not my girlfriend. It's like, well, they think you're a girlfriend. What I do and what they think is two totally different things. I cannot control. I can't control what she's thinking in her brain.
What I do and what they
I can't control what this girl thinks, man.
Yeah.
So at the end of the
What
day,
I do and what they think is
yeah,
two
but the
different
point
things.
is, I said I got to escape because you can't. I'm not gonna be held victim to you going crazy when we had an agreement in the beginning that was cool. That you the main girl, no other girlfriends. You don't love her. All right, cool. I'm cool with that. But it kept saying, "You fucked her, right?" Yeah, I did. You fucked her, yeah. Yeah, I knew you did. I know how we had a deal. You know what the fuck are you talking about? Never mind. I don't want to be in this no more because you're not obliging to your own rules. So
What?
For real.
That's a lot. Like what?
This is what I've been listening to.
So I don't ask further questions.
I make it real clear. I'm fucking with this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do something like that. The bitch says, look, this is the rules. Because I like the bitch because she like girls. So I'm like, we might could work out. You know what I'm saying? So she says, as long as you don't have no girlfriend and you don't love these bitches, then I don't give a fuck what you do. I said, bet. But she'll find out who I'm fucking and be like, you fuck her? And I'm like, yeah. Did you fuck her? And I'm like, yeah. She'll be like, yeah, all right. And I'm like, what are you mad about? It's because before we got into this, you actually said that it was okay for me to fuck other bitches. Like, yeah, but she thinks she your girlfriend. And I'm like, I can't control what she think. I can't really control that, but you're not obliging by what you said. And they kept going on and on. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm not doing it with you. Because these are the rules. If you didn't set these rules before we got in this relationship, I wouldn't agree to do it.
Okay. This is the perfect time to say this is the last call. I'm putting together a dating show for Cam. Make sure y'all apply. Contact us at babyentertainment.com. Last call, final call. Can't wait to see y'all. This is going to be interesting.
Doug Christie a no-go though, man. So I don't know if he changed his life around or whatever, but I can't. And I think relationships should be mutual, but I don't think his shit is even mutual. I think it's like a 70-30 in favor of her. And I'm being nice giving it 30, Jackie Christie.
Yeah, shout out to Jackie Christie. You got to put these niggas in their place sometimes.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show niggas.
Shout out to Jackie Christie.
Facts. And she's been doing it since 96, so shout out to him. Okay. We're going to go to break. When we return, we got to discuss the Lakers and an important trade that happened when we were on the break. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. So today, the Knicks will play the Sixers. Underdog has Cat at 24.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Knicks plays Sixers. High.
Is Joel Embiid playing? That's the question.
He's supposed to, but a lot of people were listed out, so we will see.
Cat been doing good. He's been doing good. I'm going to go higher.
Okay.
I was just asking because I think that'd be an interesting matchup because I think Cat actually been playing really good this year to where the Sixers spent all this money in the offseason and nobody's even talking about it. I'm thinking what they in like 12th place. Paid Tyrese Maxey all this money. You paid Joel Embiid. Paid Paul George. And then I mentioned if I'm the owner, I'm pissed the fuck off. And shout out to Brand, you know, GM over there. That's my nigga too. Elton, you gotta shake shit up. Like I don't know what to tell you because you just spent all that damn money, but it's not looking good. But yeah, higher for Cat.
Okay. Jalen Brunson's at 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
He's been having an up and down season. Some days he's looking like the season he had last year. Some days we looking like, why did the Knicks give him that money? I think Tyrese Maxey gonna have a point to prove. It's a tough one. Because he just had 30-something the other night against Damian Lillard. Shit. Lower.
Yeah, I would say lower too. I see him having a good game, but 47 is a lot. Even with 30 and 10, that's still 40.
It's 37 of 37.
Oh, 37
Yeah.
and a half. He might get that.
Yeah, he might. I'm conflicted, the word for the day, but
Yeah.
I'm going to go low.
37 and rebounds?
Yeah. Points, rebounds, and assists, 37.5.
Lower.
Okay. And Embiid's at 2.5 first quarter rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher.
All right.
And Underdog does this when they think he might not play. That's a tricky bet right there. Because if he doesn't play, he's not getting any rebounds.
Okay, if you guys like these picks, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already on Underdog, so make sure to support the show, sign up now, and you can make your picks too. So back on December 29th, the Lakers traded D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks to the Nets for Dorian Finley-Smith and Shake Milton. The NBA trade deadline is February 6th, so we know that more things will be happening. But with that being said...
Who is that?
What? Who? Shake Milton?
Shake Milton and who else?
And Dorian Finley-Smith to the Lakers.
Dorian Finley-Smith. I don't know who that is. It must be somebody good, right? Yeah.
Is D'Angelo Russell worth somebody good?
D'Angelo is actually good, just
I like
not on the Lakers.
I like
I
D'Angelo
don't know.
Russell.
He was there the first time. He wasn't good. They brought him back, pause, and he wasn't good. But every time he was somewhere else, he was good.
I like D'Angelo Russell's game. But it's about finding the right fit pause for
LeBron.
I mean, I'm talking about LeBron as well, absolutely. But even for D'Angelo, because he's a decent player. He's a very decent player. Like, where's gonna work for him at? I think ever since that nigga snitched on Swaggy P shit, just people don't fuck with him like that, especially the locker room. Nigga said, watch that nigga with his phone, man. That nigga be nigga say, yo, why you go? What's like niggas? I'm making a call. Nigga said, put your phone down around me, homeboy. I don't know. I don't trust you, my nigga.
Why are you talking with your phone? Somebody come to you with their phone like this.
Yeah, because what I'm trying to say is this. You could be like this. You could really be on your phone. You 100% right. When nigga do one of these like this, just have they shit doing this. But the thing about it is, a nigga like him, that carries over even if you really on your phone. Like, yo, my man, just don't
do that with me.
Yeah, we don't be around each other that long. We in a lot. Just keep your phone in your pocket till I leave. That nigga fucked Swaggy P whole shit up with he got a superstar joint. Yeah, Iggy joint, man. They put him out of business. They put my nigga Swaggy P out of business for. We had Swaggy P on the show. Swaggy P said he politely said he fucked him up. I said, yo, did it turn into something? He said, yeah, a little something happened. I said, yeah, I don't blame you because you went for out a superstar. I don't know who he's with now, but I like Swag and Gilbert and what they doing over there as well. But my bad, man. I didn't mean to cut you off about the trade. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I don't know them niggas.
Me neither.
Hey, shout out
nigga
to
named Milkshake.
Niggas,
Pause. What's his name?
Shake Milton.
Shake Milton.
Yeah. Milkshake.
All right, Shake.
See, Stat is the king of giving niggas nicknames that people don't know. She said,
that's not a nickname.
Milkshake. Yo, come on, Stat. It's too early to be giving niggas. Stat, they should have had you in the Rucker and Dykeman. You giving niggas names. Nigga ain't had 30 yet. You talking about Milkshake.
Yeah. What I will say is this real quick before we go. Yeah, it's crazy. But what I will say is this real quick before we move on. I just think the NBA is a bad product right now. Overall, I don't like the product of the NBA. I don't know what Adam Silver is going to do to fix it. The ratings are going low. Players are not, you don't know who's playing on what night, not just because of injury. People are just sitting out because they think they need to sit out. And their ratings are down as well. It's the product. Too many threes. We don't know who's playing when. And then you sit there. I sit there every night and I say, okay, I think it was OKC against Dallas. And I know they're injured, but Luka's not playing. Kyrie's not playing. Lively's not playing. I'm not watching the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what they're going to do to fix it, et cetera, but I don't think the NBA today currently is a good product. And I know that the NFL is the number one league in America, but the way they smashed the ratings on the NBA on Christmas Day was crazy. You know, me and Stat had an argument with Sin on Christmas, the day after Christmas, because Sin is like, basketball is our day and all this other shit. And the ratings from football for them 2 games on Netflix to basketball were like really, really distant. It wasn't even close. I don't remember off the top of my head, but me sending stats on the group text and sending us stats, and it was like, I think football was like 50 million and basketball was like 20, and with all 5 games combined. So,
find the exact stat, but yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
I
Product
thought
definitely
LeBron
should-
was
yeah.
saying that, and they were hired in the NFL. They weren't.
No, the NFL had way more, especially with the Netflix thing that they've done and like Beyonce doing halftime. Like they brought in way more ratings.
Yeah, well,
than the NBA did.
what LeBron was doing was trying to save it.
Yeah, LeBron was lying
Yeah,
again.
yeah,
LeBron, chill out.
Yeah, obviously, and the thing about it is, and I was watching a lot of different. We was off the air, but I was watching. I haven't since we've been doing this. I don't really watch a lot of other people here and there. If I got my favorite sports that I watch, but I was watching. I believe Pat McAfee. Shout out to Pat McAfee and what they're doing over there, and they was like, "Yo, NBA." Y'all niggas got all Christmas Eve. Y'all niggas might as well take it. Nothing going on Christmas Eve. Run with that because the NFL is basically saying next year is going to be even crazier than this year. So they was like, yo, nothing's happening Christmas Eve. Y'all should, there's no sports being played. Take that day because y'all niggas are not going to beat the NFL. And Roger Goodell is laughing like basically, Adam Silver, don't call me. No, we're not doing it. And next year's stat on the calendar, could you look real quick what day Christmas is on? Because I believe Christmas is already on a NFL day, and that's what they was talking about. I don't know if it's Monday, Thursday, or Sunday, but there's like, you're already down because it's an NFL day. That Christmas.
It's on a Thursday.
See, yeah, I knew it. That's what they were saying. Like, it's already Thursday football. You're taking an L. Get that Wednesday night, Adam.
Yeah, I think the NBA is missing some new voices. Like I said this before, and I'm not saying it's just to pump me and Killa because I think having us on the sideline would be great. But also even people like Gilly and Wallow, just new voices that could bring something different. I think the league is trying to change without changing. You're changing trying to change the metrics of it without changing the personnel. And when you don't do that, it's like you're trying to sell niggas the old stuff repackaged. It's like, nah, we don't want to see them. We actually want to see these other guys. And I want to see what they would say about these games. It would actually be hilarious. Let them take the East Coast, we take the West Coast, and sometimes we switch. And I like what Gilly and Wallow and them are doing with that knockout party. Did you see the knockout party?
Second year, hell yeah, definitely. And I love them guys' chemistry, and I think you make a great point because even like when Snoop was doing the announcing of the fights a few years ago with Triller, I was very entertained listening to Snoop doing the commentary for the fight because he was talking about the fight how we would talk about the fight. When Mike Tyson was fighting Roy Jones, he's like, these my two uncles when they was fighting at the barbecue, nigga. Yeah. Then Mike was getting at Roy, then Roy came back. He said, yeah, Roy, get that nigga, Roy. You know what I'm saying? That's the conversation.
That's the commentary we want.
Yeah. Then even when he was doing Jake Paul and Nate Robinson, and he's like, oh, Lord, Nate went down. That's the shit that niggas want to hear. So I couldn't agree with Mase more.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Like the league needs to evolve with what is popular and what's entertaining. They use the same people for every single game, every single network. People don't want to see that anymore. Like even to put this in perspective. So even just looking at viewership, we were talking about it earlier. So the Christmas Day games, Texans versus Ravens averaged 24.3 million. Chiefs versus Steelers averaged 24.1 million. The NBA games averaged 5.25 million per game. Our first video back, we're getting 1 million views in 24 hours just like that. I'm like, if you bring in a little Mason Cam, you bring in a little Gillian Wallow, you bring in, the different people, that's what people want to see. It's entertaining, it's fun. Y'all gotta switch it up because I'm not trying to see these same people on the TV. And I think a lot of people will second that.
And the reason why I said that, somebody may ask, why did you say Gillian Wallow? Why did you say you and Killa? I really believe that people want to hear unbiased voices. Sometimes people reach a level, but you can hear in their commentary that is biased. Like when they're talking about certain people, they don't tell the truth. And I think that's what's taken away from the game and from the spirit of sports.
And not to cut you off, Murdo, that's a great point. And to add on also to what you're saying is that you have people, to me, and not to pat niggas on their back or anything, pause. It's more like you see, to me, how we cut. To my opinion, I don't give a fuck how we kind of changed the landscape of how people talk about sports to where now you can curse on ESPN. Pat McAfee can, at least he can at 12 in the afternoon, to where people are like not being their self. When we see niggas like RG3 trying to say slick shit, or other people who's, I don't want to say he's corny, but like corny niggas trying to be hood and say some slick shit, and it'd be looking whack, and he'd be like, bro, that ain't even you, my nigga. We can read it. It's not you, and you trying to be hip, nigga. It looks whack to me.
I mean, yeah, that's well said. Because that's like me coming up here trying to act like y'all already, I don't got to fool y'all. Y'all already know who I am and what I do and how I talk. I don't have to come up here and put on a certain presentation. And a lot of people, especially reporters and stuff, are trying to do that because they see it's entertaining. People see right through that. They know that's not you.
Right.
So you can't do it.
I be looking at niggas on certain shows, and they'll look in the end, and they'll be like a play, and they'll be trying to use rap terms, and it don't even be making sense. They through the legs, like, oh, he get that cream, shout out to Wu-Tang, and they be like, yo, my nigga, yo, shit be stupid, yo.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't be working.
Okay, so last one before we wrap. So more details were revealed regarding the Jontay Porter betting situation that led him to being banned for life from the NBA. Banned for life is a very strong statement. It's like, dang. So it was revealed that he was actually texting bettors during the game and giving them updates. So they actually have what he said to the bettors. One point he said, I went back to the locker room to get my eye checked on. I don't know if I'm going to play much more. I'm not starting the second half, but if it's garbage time, I will shoot 1,000,000 shots. So he's literally doing this during the game. So the bettors would know, like, okay, hey, he's not playing. Let me take the under, which guys don't do that obviously in the league because now he's literally banned for life. But knowing this new information, Mase, what do you think about him literally going back and telling bettors what was going on during the game?
Did he go to jail?
I think he's still supposed to be
facing jail time.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga need jail time. Nigga playing with people money and games and all that. I ain't gonna say he need jail time, but I wouldn't be surprised by it. If people are betting and they're making a lot of money for it, it's definitely the hookup. So, but I don't know. Do they get their money back if they find out you was talking to the guy? Did he have to shoot the cash back?
The guy texting him, he about to get in trouble too. But anybody else, it's just lost.
I don't know how to feel about that. Because if I was a betting company and niggas was stealing my bread like that, I need my cash back because you won illegally. You didn't win it fair and square.
I think, look, first of all, there's no room for that 100%. But goddamn, was he in the league 2 months? Niggas come in the league with that. He wasn't in the league like 3 hours. Started fucking doing all this. He wasn't even. I think this is his first year. And he just started doing it as soon as he came in. So how long has this racket been going on? Did he do it in college? Did he do it in high? You know what I'm saying? Like this sounds like
they definitely got to further investigate.
Right. So I think that the way, if he has connections to people while he's in the locker room, this sounds like he was part of a syndicate before he even got to the NBA, to where it transferred to the NBA. And it probably was going on by college. If you got a nigga that you could call or text or whatever at halftime, be like, yo, if I get in at garbage time, minimum 9 shots, nigga. You can bet on that. I got you. You don't just call. It ain't like I'm playing for the Raptors and I'm just calling PT and be like, yo, bet over 9. This sounds like it was a whole thing. And what happened is we'll see if he gonna snitch on niggas.
Yeah, the NBA RICO is crazy.
Yeah, so, but as far as that's concerned, there's no room for that. Look, I'm not surprised at the ban for life. They, certain shit, when you do things like this, you have to make a statement if you're Adam Silver so that it can, so if you, for instance, they would have gave him a year or 2. But let's say he got away with it and made $10 million. Nigga, like, I'll take a year or 2.
Yeah.
To get the 10. because everybody's not getting that. But there's Pete Rose. It's happened to other people who's been banned for life betting on their own teams or different teams while you're in the league. So I'm not surprised by it at all. But I would love to see how this case unfolds towards the end.
Yeah, it's definitely
Stat, shout out to Ben Simmons. He been balling. You saw that, Killa?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Wait.
Yeah.
He been doing good, Murder?
Yeah.
What he, like what kind of good? What's good?
I just want to keep you informed that Ben been balling.
But like
Ben Baller.
But what's balling?
What he's looking like, Stat?
Last game, he had 5 points. The game he had 14 versus the Nuggets.
Murder trolling me alive, man.
Facts.
No, the last game I saw, he had like 14. Then he had
What's versus the Jazz. The Jazz.
Oh, I maybe I saw 1 quarter. It looked like he had like 10 in 1 quarter. I thought he was back.
I knew you wasn't watching no Ben Simmons, man.
No, I did 1 quarter.
Yeah,
he had 11 assists. He had 11 assists versus Trailblazers.
You know what? I'm going to do my own investigation right now and tell y'all niggas right now before we get off the air what's going on with Ben Simmons. I'm going to pull his numbers up real quick, and then we'll see what he's balling. But listen, let me tell you something. If Ben Simmons is balling, he know the contract up. Ben Simmons is averaging 6 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists.
Triple single.
He on the dollar menu.
Yeah.
He is shooting 55% from the field, but when he averaging 6 points.
Yeah, I saw the nigga one game. He was looking like he was back.
Murder, the nigga's 6'10", he averaged 6, and he a point guard, 5 points, 5 rebounds, and you trolling, nigga. Something happened to that nigga.
Yeah, it's I
don't know what happened. I think it was a super. He's also on the verge of being a superstar. Shit went left. But what you gonna say, Stat? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not accepting it. Ben Simmons is balling, but Jayson Tatum isn't part of Title Town. It's not adding.
Word up, Stack. Yeah,
it's not
I like
up.
that, man.
Stat,
Dealing with Kaiser Sose over there, man. I like that. I like
it's
that.
Not adding
it's
up.
not. It's definitely not.
I can't
like
give
that.
it to him.
I like that. I like that.
I can't.
Stat, I did call it back though. Pause. I saw 1 quarter. I did say I saw 1 quarter.
Yeah.
1 quarter he was looking like he had about 10 in that quarter. It looked like he was back.
Yeah.
So I turned it off. I said, "Oh, this nigga Ben must be back." Yeah. But I didn't know he only had 14.
He's been tricking us all for too long.
But
he ain't been tricking me for the last 3.5 years, man. That nigga been. I thought maybe when he got the motherfucking Brooklyn it'd be all right, but it got worse. I actually went to see Ben Simmons play live, and you know I'm actually on the floor, so I'm looking at it. And he had he's 6'10", and he's on a 1-on-1 fast break, and the person who he's on a 1-on-1 fast break with is probably 6'2", 6'3", and he tried to get the basket, and homeboy, the nigga backed it out and waited for niggas to come down. Poor. If I'm 6'10", and a nigga is 6'2", I'm dunking on you or I'm moving you out the way without catching an offensive foul. I'm not waiting for the other 8 players to get down the court. I wouldn't do that at 6 feet.
yeah, I'm definitely Euro backwards dunk.
Yeah, something,
little
man.
nigga.
Yeah, I'm just saying when we play basketball, when we play basketball, let it be a 1-on-2.
Nigga trying to get crazy. Watch this.
To where the coach get mad at you. There's 3 people on defense down there. Why is you trying to lay it up? I thought I had sports, man.
Trying to hear the crowd go, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going for all that.
Exactly.
Well, will Ben Simmons ever be back? Let us know in the comments down below. But that's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. 2 Big Macs. Like when they doing them 2 for $5.